Are we going to guess our favourite games before revealing the cars? Or are we going to... I don't know what your favourite game is. Is it Grand Theft Auto?
No.
Is it a racing game?
Yes.
Is it Forza Horizon 3 and you've taken a chance scenario?
No. It's not a Forza game.
Oh, is it Test Drive the
obvious.
First?
This car also appeared in that game, so I'm sort of half counting that as well.
Test Drive the Second?
No.
What's it? I have no idea
on
what
my list, but that Aston Martin is too fast.
I have no idea what your favourite game is, Ben.
Is yours The Witcher 3?
Yes, it is.
My car is from Gran Tourismo 4.
Oh, is it a BMW? No, it's not a BMW.
It's this!
Oh! It's the Ford! The famous Ford! From not Grand Theft Auto 4, from Gran Turismo 4.
Wait, what? We're both in Fords.
Yes.
How has this happened?
And we both have GT written on our... does yours have GT written on it? Probably somewhere.
Yes, there. It says Ford GT. Also says Gran Turismo, which is sort of GT.
Get away from this loud noises.
Yeah, it's quite annoying here.
So I went with this and then put some paints on it. We have the Griffin trophy from the prologue mission. We have the swords from, well, the game. The signs from the game. The famous medallion on the neck. And most importantly, we have the horse, which is the main form of transport in the game.
Right, but this just has a livery on it that was actually in the introduction sequence of the game and on the cover. And I already had it on the car.
If you don't know anything about my game, yeah, it doesn't have cars in it. It only has horses. So I sort of just took a car and made it off-roadable slightly. So let's find out which is the best car represented by video games with a series of challenges. First to 3 points wins. 1 point for the first person to get to the gaming hotspot, which is a university, because that's all people do in universities. Play video games when they're supposed to be in lectures, I think.
Yes.
Count us in.
3, 2, 1.
I'll just go straight ahead.
Yeah, let's just go to the road and drive that way.
Oh! I left it
wow,
rear-wheel drive, I just noticed. A horse is not rear-wheel drive.
Stop.
Yours
horse is four-wheel drive.
Oh, technically they're no-wheel drive. Technically, I'm also only supposed to have 1 horsepower.
Well, no, because a horse sort of isn't 1 horsepower. But anyway.
Right. I don't know, mine's 8 PI lower than yours.
Yeah, so mine's part of the brilliant intro sequence from a PlayStation 2 generation Gran Turismo game. So there's like classical music and they show how a car is built, and then it cuts to some not so classical music, which is different in different regions. And then this starts racing.
Oh, how do you know it's that? Surely they didn't have the pixels to accurately represent it. Oh no! Oh no, I have gone off-roading.
That is true, it was slightly boxier than this, but...
So it could have been a Mustang. Or a Cybertruck.
PS2 wasn't that old.
Ah! I went back to an old Wii game the other week. It was a shock. I remember the graphics being a lot better than they actually are.
I know, it's very strange. I remember the same with this. And when I started playing things like TDU2, it used to be like the A and something button to accelerate and brake. And I didn't use the triggery things, because that's sort of how it was. But that's how I originally learned to drive in video games.
So what did you use to change?
Switching to this system was very weird.
Despite it inferior... Well, technically it's completely counterintuitive because you pull towards you rather than pushing away from you, which is what you do in a real car.
Yeah, and there's like no throttle control because it's just buttons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't bother doing gears back then. This was...
Well, I was used to Mario Kart as my first racing game. That also was just buttons. And then when I finally had a computer, then I spent the first 2 weeks playing Forza Horizon 3 on the keyboard. Actually, it was Forza Motorsport 6 Apex, actually. The free version. It's 1-0 to the Gran Tourismo games, which I will repeatedly call Grand Theft Auto throughout the rest of this race. Now, Petrol had a brilliant suggestion.
I did. We're going to go into Event Lab and find things that relate to each of our games. And then do those.
Because you won, we're going to start with Gran Turismo 4.
It might be easier to leave the number off if nothing comes up.
We will try. Petrol, explain away.
Well, this is one of two famous made-up fictional circuits from Gran Turismo, in theory, assuming they've made it properly, which it sort of doesn't look like they have.
It doesn't, does it?
It's just some roads in Forza, isn't it?
Ah. Thank you,
anyway,
Forza community.
Well, I suppose it did say totally not a Gran Turismo.
Yes, it did say that in the description. When we put in Gran Turismo, there was a bunch of 40-mile things which were just a Grand Tour, and there was a bunch of 400-meter sprints, and the description said, like in Gran Turismo 4.
This is just one of these layouts that everybody has made.
Yeah, because the stupid game doesn't let you put starting lines wherever you want, so there's only a limited number of courses you can actually make. Are we doing 3 laps, or are we doing the full 5?
I think we only bother with 3. It's not a particularly worthwhile circuit.
I just remember that The Witcher also has races, except they're not very interesting, because it's literally just a 1-minute A to A race with 4 horses, or 2 horses, and what you do is you get in front of the other horses and just block them because they can't get past you as long as you're in their way. Because the
I've only just understood why you've chosen a Mustang. I just thought you chose a car and made a livery for it.
I did explain this, Petrol! And with mods,
Mustangs had horses on them.
To be fair, the generation of Mustang I wanted had a snake on it, so...
Ah.
Anyway, before I got interrupted by Petrol's revelations, I was going to say that with mods you can also add boat races into The Witcher, which are also not very fun, but at least mods are cool because it's restored content. On the other hand, it's restoring content that was cut because it obviously wasn't very good.
In Gran Turismo 4, you can race drive the Mercedes-Benz patent Motorwagen around the Nürburgring. But it can't climb the hill.
Can it not?
No.
Ah!
Big on the PS2, if you do that, you could only have one car on the track, which is why I say drive, not race.
Technically, my car is the predecessor to the Quadra thingy that we had in Horizon 4. Because it exists in the same universe as the Cyberpunk game.
Was it?
Yes.
I thought that was a 911.
No, the Quadra thingy that they had.
Yes. How does that relate to a Mustang? Oh, because it was in...
It relates to the horse. My horse is not the Mustang itself.
The Quadra relates
I could have had a Ferrari, I just noticed.
Yes.
That would have been better. And I think the Mustang's more like it, more in the feeling.
It's more like the correct type of horse.
Yes.
Oh.
Down the inside! That was a very violent overtake. In the style of the game I'm representing.
It's in the style of a Mustang.
That's a good point. That's also a good thing. My car kills people and the character I play kills people.
Well, that's 3 laps, and I think you've sort of won that.
Yes, by murdering. Which is sort of how you win the game. You do sort of kill a guy. Whereas you lost, because the way you win your game is by winning races.
Yes, except it's this is before online play, so murdering of the competition is entirely legitimate.
I see. It's 1-1. Time for whatever the next thing was. The same thing, but with writing Witcher into the creative hub. I pressed the wrong button.
It's gonna go well.
What is this? What?
What?
Odd Fat
Why?
Boy Slim.
Why? What?
What is this?
Unnamed killer.
What? This looks amazing. This looks like something I would have built on the old Hot Wheels game in the Wii.
This is just Hot Wheels.
This is what Forza, what Hot Wheels expansions were designed for. Oh, it's slippery.
Like no grip. Why is it wet?
To represent the Velen Marshes in The Witcher 3. It's a location which has many bogs. I've got the power! I've got the tyres!
Around the outside of everything.
Oh no!
What a move!
I'm stuck!
Here we go!
I'm stuck behind the Lexus! I'm being pushed!
Oh, there's a bump.
Oh, there is a bump! Oh, there's another bump!
There's shipping containers.
There's a shipping container, yes!
Fences, an aeroplane. What?
Oh no, avoid the aeroplane!
I've hit an aeroplane.
I've hit the aeroplane! Have you ever played The Witcher?
Oh wow, I'm drifting. No,
I haven't ever played the Grand... No, not the Grand Tour.
the Gran Tourismo.
Yes, that.
I've watched one episode of it.
What, the Grand Tour?
No, the game is also a series.
Yes, but the series isn't very good. It started off well,
That's why I
tailed off
watched
in the
one
middle,
episode.
and the less said about the end, the better.
I see.
It sort of went from a badly executed good idea to a badly executed bad idea,
Right.
which has nothing to do with the book or game.
I see.
Whoa!
Oh,
What?
I'm gonna miss the finish line.
Oh
I missed
no!
the finish line. What?
Wait, what?
That means you won.
Wait, no, I went from a finish line and it didn't accept it. What?
I went round it and it didn't accept it.
What? I think you won.
Apparently I've completed The Witcher.
What? Well, that's a quick for fastest time I've ever had to complete it. Still haven't played The Witcher 1 or 2. Something about the graphics being old.
You speedrun.
I don't...
The first one's not that old, is it?
They're quite old. I don't know. I'm just too used to The Witcher 3 because
it
I've spent
releasing.
800, 900 hours in it. Which is a lot, I think. Oh, we've got a drag race we can do. This is also sort of how we know Petrol is a proper racing game YouTuber. Because he actually has a racing game as his favourite game, whereas I kind of don't.
I sort of haven't played anything that isn't. Very much.
Well, apart from your 5-hour Minecraft session. Anyway, moving on.
Yes.
Count us in.
3, 2, 1, go.
I don't know why I held my controller like that and used my leg to accelerate, but... Right. Did I add any power? I think I added like 20 power.
Yeah, this isn't very fast, is it?
162! I would have imagined yours is
Okay, now it's
fast
quite
when
fast.
Is
Doing
it gaming?
180 now,
Yeah, I did 173.
slightly.
To the moon! Well, what do we do now? Oh no, I've rolled. I'm alive! 2-2, what do we do?
Drifting or off-roading?
Excellent idea. In theory, I should win this, because the main character is sometimes referred to as Drifter.
I don't remember there being any drifting in this game.
Ah, right, so if I don't win this, that is bad. I've spun!
What an angle. Mustang do Mustang things.
Yeah, I also had quite an angle. It was 360 degrees. Petrol's going very straight. But so am I now. Come on, fail. Here we go. I have a number. Petrol. What did it start with?
A 100.
So does mine.
Is the next number lower or higher than a 50?
It is higher.
Oh, well, mine's lower. That's a shame.
Good. I have 151.
144.
Ooh. So that means victory. The Witcher 3 is a better racing game. Wait, what?
Game.
It's a better game than Gran Tourismo 4, which is one more.
I'll go and see how much it costs on Steam after this. Ow.
What, do you want to see which one's cheaper?
Well, no, this you can't get. This you can only get on the PS2 or first-gen PS3 if you have a disc.
And with that, I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, do consider liking and or subscribing to our channels. Check out Purple Petrol's for this point of view of this video and other great racing game content. If you have any suggestions for future channels, please put a comment down below. And have a nice day. Goodbye!